Welcome, Spiritual Mag. My name is Sam Bell. This presentation is dedicated to Dan Willis. The best way I can describe Dan, I knew him for a short period of time. He is like a gentle candlelight in a dark cavern that's underground and completely dark. And if you were to bring a high-powered flashlight down there, you would blind everybody, and people could see, and people would be blinded. But Dan was like a candle, very gentle. And a candle in a cavern will light and elevate everything gently. And that was what Dan was like. Title: Everything Travels in Circles by Sam Bell, civilian journalist, Orion Experiencer, www.spiritualmag.org. Loved one, I want to speak about a simple idea. The world looks like a line, a straight line. We are born, we live, we die. We think we move from one point to another, and then that's the end of it. But what if the deeper truth is different? What if the level of spirit and soul moves in circles? Everything moves in circles. At that level of spirit and soul, everything moves in circles. The seasons do, the tides do, the planets do. Day becomes night and night becomes day. Loved one, breath goes out and comes back in. Nature seems to trust the circle more than the straight line, loved one. Suppose consciousness works the same way. In this view, there is a divine source, not a distant ruler sitting apart from creation, but the great medium through which all manifestation takes place. Everything comes from it. Everything moves within it. Everything returns to it. Nothing is truly separate. If that is so, then each incarnation is not a lone chapter. It's part of a larger book. I repeat, if that is so, then each incarnation is not a lone chapter. Each incarnation is a part of a larger book. The life you live today is connected to other lives. The lessons are connected. The questions are connected. The strengths and weaknesses are connected. What is learned in one experience becomes part of the whole soul. Earth, then, is not just a world, it's a school. And it's not an easy school. Imagine that. A curriculum is designed with 3 broad currents. About 60% of the experience is shaped by the pull of greed and desire to control. We see it in nations. We see it in institutions. We see it in families. And yeah, we see it in ourselves. It creates friction. It creates tests. About 20% is made up of people and situations that are not dominated by greed. They move through life in a way more balanced. They're neither asleep nor fully awake. And about 20% is devoted to the elevation of consciousness. Dan Willis. These are the people and experiences that remind us of love, compassion, courage, service, and truth. Loved one, they point toward something larger than the self. Together, these currents create the classroom, loved one. The soul comes here to learn, not because it's weak, not because it's being punished. It comes because experience teaches in a way that theory never can. A soul may learn patience when life is hard. It may learn forgiveness when it has every reason not to forgive. It may learn humility after success. It may learn strength after loss. The lessons become part of your soul's understanding. I repeat, the lessons become part of your soul's understanding. And because everything moves in circles, nothing is wasted. Not the victories, not the failures, not the tears, not the tears, not the tears, not the joy. All of it returns as wisdom, loved one. No. Consider what happens when a soul becomes deeply loving. Not sentimental. Not merely kind when it's convenient. I mean a soul that has learned the lessons. A soul that has lived with courage. A soul that has given a good account of itself. Such a soul may no longer need this particular classroom, loved one. When its work is finished, the departure can be remarkable in its simplicity. Sometimes these souls pass on very near their birth dates, as though the circle has closed. Sometimes they leave very quickly. Sometimes there is little or no suffering. They seem to step out of the body as a traveler steps out of a worn coat. The body remains, the traveler moves on. There is dignity in that. There is beauty in that. Beloved one, the important thing is not how long the person lived. Loved one, it is how they lived. Did they love well? Did they act with courage? Did they leave the world a better place than they found it? Did they meet life honestly? If they did, then perhaps they have completed what they came here to do. The circle closes. The lesson is learned. The soul carries its wisdom forward, and maybe that's good news, loved one. Maybe we are not lost in a random universe. Maybe every experience belongs to a larger journey. Maybe every act of love matters. And maybe when our work here is done, we do not fall into darkness. Maybe we simply walk through a door we have always known was there. You and all your loved ones are always in my prayers. Samuel Joseph Bell, civilian journalist, RyanExperiencer, spiritualmag.org.